Hello, I'm Pastor Jeremy Combs, and we're going to pause for a proverb. Let's go. We're starting a new chapter today. We are in Proverbs chapter number 8. And so let's start at verse number 1. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? As we begin this chapter 8, well, I've got to remind you, we're still not through the introduction to the book of Proverbs. In fact, this introduction runs all the way through chapter number 9. Chapter 7 had emphasized the personification of wickedness, specifically through the strange woman. Chapter 8 is going to emphasize the personification of wisdom, and really we believe that is through the person of Jesus Christ. We expect temptation. It seems at times like its cries dominate our life. Wickedness cries through television and social media and friends, and even from our own inward fleshly lusts. Wisdom reminds us that it's out there crying too. The competition is fierce, and it calls, what does wisdom call through? It calls, number one, through creation. Everything around us is crying for us to know and to learn of God. It also shouts or speaks to us through our conscience. You have something embedded within you that is a connection to God. You can suppress that, but we are created in His image. And then it shouts to us through the pages of God's Word. Here and now, wisdom is crying and shouting to you. Will you hear it? And are you going to, or will you allow rather wickedness to drown it out? Joining wisdom in its shouting chorus is also its very good friend, understanding. Wisdom shouts and gets our attention, and then understanding then gives us the instructions and tells us what to do. So it's a good reminder today to ask as we start chapter 8, who are you listening to? Who bends your ear? Verses 2 and 3 of chapter 8 say, she standeth in the top of the high places, by the way, in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, and at the coming in at the doors. Wisdom continues its campaign for our attention. Verse 1 emphasizes wisdom's cry is here and now. Now, verse 2, we're going to see that wisdom cries from high and low. High, so that all can hear. And yet the cry from on high reflects the fact that it's not going to be easy to receive that understanding without much effort. The climb to wisdom's heights may require our time, determination, and no degree of amount of pain. Will you pay that price in your life to understand what wisdom is? Will you get up early to be in God's Word? Will you get a pen and pencil when you're hearing the preaching of God's Word to kind of keep your mind engaged and in gear? And then when you're told to do something, even if it's difficult, will you go for it? Wisdom is right in front of you too. It's on high, but it's right there too. Here, there, everywhere, wisdom is teaching us. So don't miss the practical wisdom that is right in front of our face. It can be found on the ant on the sidewalk. It can be found with the setting beautiful sun. Open your eyes and let us learn of God today. Wisdom cries to anyone and everyone. From the prominent who are in the gates, we would say the politicians, to the proprietor inside the city. These would be those, the business owners, to the poor man in his home. Wisdom cries and only asks us to listen to its plea. Let's look at two more verses, verses 4 and 5. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be of an understanding heart. There was a missionary by the name of Robert Moffat who was speaking right here in Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 4 one evening at a church service. He was seeking to encourage people to give their life on the mission fields of specifically Africa. However, only a small group of ladies showed up that evening. No one volunteered that night. However, up in the organ loft that night sat a young lad assisting the organist who was moved by that call of God, and he would answer it. The man was David Livingston. God continues to cry out to all mankind everywhere. Who's going to answer his call? There's a cry to the simple to see how important wisdom can be in your life, so don't ignore that simple call. Then there's the cry to the silly, this would be the foolish person, to see the necessity of practicing wisdom in life. Today, let's understand the need to learn God's wisdom and then be wise enough to apply it to our heart and life. Don't miss wisdom. It's calling everywhere and it's calling to everyone. Will you listen today?